I'm on day 12 of recovery after my hysterectomy, and everything went really good. They did an incision through my belly button, and then lower left part of my abdomen, and then about midsection of my abdomen on my right side. And then they put this thing around you like this, and it goes around your waist, and it holds like all the bloat and everything that you have afterwards in, so that you don't, so you're not feeling like bloated and gassy, because that's not fun. And so they did that. The only problem is the width of it was larger than my torso, and so I was really sore underneath my breasts, and so I couldn't sit up in the bed very well, and that was frustrating because everything you had to do was trying to get the pillows comfortable around you, and you couldn't really lay on your side because that was uncomfortable because you've got the incisions there, and you couldn't lay on that. Anyhow, it was horrible. You have the catheter, and so I had that for the first, surgery. I got out of recovery about 2, and so they took it out at midnight, and so I had it in for that amount of time. And then from there, I started walking. Tires you out really fast. You're thinking, why am I so tired? Oh, so that was the hard part. And I was doing pretty good with pain-wise. I probably would only do it for the first day, maybe once every 6 hours, 5 milligrams of oxy, and wasn't really hungry. And not only that, but it was hard to eat. They put the breathing tube down your throat, and so when you first get out of recovery, you don't feel it at all. And then about maybe 10 o'clock that night until probably the next full day, I could hardly eat because my throat was so sore. And ice chips helped a lot. So that was a big plus. My husband kept shoving pudding down my throat and Jell-O and things like that. I didn't really feel like I wanted anybody there at the hospital, so I didn't have him bring the kids. He stayed with me basically the whole time outside of sleeping, and so it was nice, but I felt bad because I'm like so tired. I don't feel good. Having the girdle around made it so it was really uncomfortable, and so I thought maybe my pain was caused by the fact that I had just had major surgery. But once I got home and I took the girdle off during the day, I realized that that was a lot of my pain. So that's frustrating to know that now, but I don't have to do it again, so I'm okay with that. The thing I was really worried about is after my 3 C-sections, I could not go to the bathroom. And being younger, I thought I was doing enough, and I clearly wasn't. And so I was determined not to get bound up. I was like, I didn't take hardly any of my medicine. I took it when I absolutely had to take it. And once I got home, I basically took it just at bedtime, so I wasn't moving during the night. And still the 5 milligrams, and then Tylenol 600 milligrams. So because I didn't want to have that issue. But I could tell that because I wasn't wearing this girdle thing anymore, that I was getting more bloated. And so I would go through and I would literally, lifesaver, this and definitely the stool softener. I would take 2 to 3 of these only once a day. So I would like pound them all at once. And then I wouldn't take any the rest of the day. But that definitely helped kind of get things moving, but not to be gross. But we have our main bathroom here on the level where everybody's at, hanging out. And so I would tell I didn't know, like, when things kind of got moving, I didn't know how I didn't know how that was gonna be. And so I would make my husband turn on the TV really loud, and then I would turn on the bathtub because I didn't want anybody to hear me. And it actually wasn't bad. but I wasn't bound up. But I still had to just keep track of everything and keep doing that process at least once or twice a day, with the prune juice, and definitely, and then that was about twice a day. And then the stool softener I did just the one time a day. What I find that I hated the most, stupid commercials. Anyways, this stuff. No offense to Metamucil, but you have to stir it up really good, and you stir it in cold, like liquid or whatever. And that's probably my mistake that I made, was I just put it in water, and it's got the orange flavor, but if you don't drink it right then, all of a sudden you get like a dose of just gel in your throat, and it's disgusting. So to be honest, as much as this is probably good for regular fiber and diet and stuff like that, I'm happy with the prune juice. And then I also did like prunes when I was not really wanting prune juice. And I would drink my coffee, probably like maybe 2 cups a day. I couldn't go to the bathroom every day for the first like maybe week. And so it got a little achy and bloaty down there a little bit. I'm still a little bloaty, but just doing those 2 simple things, and then having my cup of coffee or 2, that definitely helped a lot. Did not have the bound up issue whatsoever this time. So I definitely have learned what works for me. So other than that, I just did exactly what my doctor told me to. My husband is a crazy nurse. I really, to be honest, I always said that when or if I got breast cancer, that I was gonna be screwed, because my husband is not a really good caregiver. And so I was just worried about that, and what was I gonna do, and it was gonna make me mad at him, and just even thinking about it just made me mad, because I, it's a little selfish that way. I want to be taken care of. And so he's a freaking rock star. He wouldn't let me get on the computer to do my editing for the first full week. I was finally allowed to sit at the computer on Sunday, like 8 days after. And then I started slowly doing a little bit more because I had headshots to edit. And so that's been a really good thing, because it's made me relax a lot more. I've watched so many movies. It's ridiculous. Yep. And the series, I've like, what do you call it when you do, you just binge watch. I binge watched like a couple different series. So there's some great, and then some documentaries. So I've had a great time catching up on all that stuff, which is great. I ordered People magazine a while back from my nieces who sell Girl Scout cookies. And so they were doing a fundraiser. I think it was for Girl Scouts, but they were doing a fundraiser, so I ordered People magazine, and I had not read any of them, and so I started to, catch up on my social stuff, which I only got through like 4 magazines because they send a lot. Let's see what else. Big thing. When my doctor told me I was gonna be tired for a while, I thought like tired, sleepy tired. And I'm not a napper. And so I was like, well, this is cool. I'll catch up on my beauty sleep. I did not take one nap outside of 2 days ago. And that was at day 10. And that's because I got out of the house for a little bit, and it made me really tired. And so, but what she meant was, I'm tired as it tires you out, like you get really winded. I wasn't really walking around for the first week at all. I literally go to the bedroom, living room, kitchen, because it's important for you to do some sort of walking for your healing. You just heal faster, you heal better. And so I just was so tired. I'm like, I can't even go up and down stairs because I'm just so winded. Like, just knocks you off your butt. I didn't feel dizziness at all, so that's good. But I did, by day 4, I kind of lost my balance a little bit throughout that day. But other than that, you're just winded. So day 11 yesterday, I met with my plastic surgeon. And so John and I did errands afterwards, and I got home and I was just like, oh my gosh, I wasn't winded at all. I was exhausted. So I laid in bed and I was almost like in a drunken stupor. I just could not, I couldn't move at all. And I knew I couldn't go to sleep because it was about dinner time, and I didn't want to nap because it was, you know, getting to that point in the evening. So, but I did relax there for a while, but it did exhaust me. Let's see, anything else major? I don't think so. Everything's really good. So I'm going to do a video of why I chose my doctors the way I did, because I think that's a big deal. And then go into my pre-op appointment that I had with my surgeon. So I've got less than 2 months until my double mastectomy. So crazy. Let's see what else. I think that's about it. Such a dork.